Kevin of the Dorkening podcast of thedorkening.com in Leicester, Massachusetts. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. I got no podcast, but what I can do is make you a pair of Crizal Avance. Excusez-moi, Avance for your RayBan 2132. New Wayfarer color 622, which is the matte black rubber in the 58 eye size. Let me take everything out of the original packaging as it comes to me. Your Italian leather RayBan case. Your RayBan frame. RayBan cleaning cloth. Look, it's been crunched up. And junk mail, because you just don't get enough in your regular mailbox, so they're putting it in your eyeglass case now. By the way, I include free spam phone calls with every... Actually, I get about a dozen a day. Anyone can have one of mine. Of course, it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple, and I will put that on there when I ship to you. Of course, this is the RayBan 2132 New Wayfarer, color 622, the matte black rubber in the 58 eye size, 18 bridge, 145 temple length, and of course the RayBan made in Italy. Now, 99% of their ophthalmic glasses, meaning it's designed to have clear lenses put in there, are made in China, the same city as they make your iPhone and iPad. All 99% of their sunglasses that come with, as you guessed it, sunglass lenses are made in Italy. Look at that. They put the G15 sticker right in front of the middle of the lens. Let me pop out your original heavy glass lenses and install lightweight unbreakable lenses. I just want to clean out any adhesive residue that may be left over from the sunglass lenses that were in there. It looks kind of chalky, so that's all gone. It's easy to see in a black frame because it's white and chalky. But I'm going to put your frame into the tracing element of my blocker. Assign it a barcode number, which is 1848. You are secret agent 1848. I'm going to hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left side. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic RayBan frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number. So if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. Kevin, you know you need some prescription. So that's the shape that I'll be cutting. I'm going to move it on to the next screen. Enter your pupillary distance, which is 68, 34 for each eye. So we're going to do that. We're going to raise the optical center height up to, let's actually go to 20. Oh, hang on, that's PD. Hang on, go back here. 34. Now let's move the optical center height up. And do I want to go one more? Let's do that. Let's go up to 25 because of the size of this frame. So your right eye reads -1 1/4, -150 at 175, -1 1/4, -150 at 175. Take the lens out of the protective packet. Take the lens out. It comes with a little laminate on the front of the lens to protect the lens during shipping so that nothing rubs against the front of that. Take that off, add it to my adhesive sticker collection that once it gets big enough I throw it in the recycling bin. 1 1/4, 150, 175, -1 1/4. Put the lens in, rotate it until the spherical component comes into view first. Double check your astigmatism correction, which is the second curve on your eye, and I'll explain that a little bit later. Make sure everything is lined up perfectly. I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. And this is the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the, actually hang on, -1 1/4, -150 at 175. So you know that you're getting the authentic product. -1 1/4, -150. These are the Crizal Avance lenses. I said it right that time. And this one is the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. -1, -150 at 05, -1, -150 at 05. Turn it 10 degrees. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. Pull the laminate off the front. Where am I at? -1, -1. Put the lens in, rotate into the spherical component, which is the -1 part of your prescription. Check your astigmatism correction, make sure everything is lining up perfectly. Put 3 dots on your lenses. Let's get some more ink on there. And this is the left lens. And if you guys missed any of that, well, you just missed it. What can I say? So, -1, -150, -1, -150, Crizal Avance. And this is the left lens. Don't worry, I knew it was coming. If you guys missed any of that, let me recap. You know you weren't getting away without that bad joke. I have to say that in every video. I don't say it for y'all, I say it for me, because just like Beetlejuice, I've said that joke 150 million times, and it keeps getting funnier every time I say it. So, the reason why I put those dots on the lens, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. If you had no astigmatism, this lens could literally rotate around the center dot, being the center of the lens, but this has to go in there perfectly. So, get everything lined up the way it's supposed to be. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a block, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them right here, as they say in Leicester, Massachusetts. The black side is the sticky side. Line it up on the first one, or as they say in the dirty South. Put that on the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. That silver button, yes, that is a magnet. How can you tell? It sticks to another magnet. But it's going to do its job twice. The first time it'll attach itself to that first magnet. Now I can get everything lined up in there just perfectly. Make sure the lens is large enough. Oh, that's ink on there from me. Okay. I saw something on the edge of the lens I didn't like. Get everything. And with this larger frame, this lens just does fit. Look at that. Look at that. Sweating bullets there. Hit that button. The arm comes down, places the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. Just like me, I ain't right neither. Line up the magnet. Grab the left lens. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. In fact, I'm going to go 3 above, and we're going to do 25 for the optical center. Get that lined up on there perfectly. Or as perfectly as I can get it after a late night of drinking. Drinking water. Hit that button, the lens comes down, and now it has been blocked. This is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. It now weighs 200 pounds and 1 paper towel. But no, I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. But the actual cutting wheel is this diamond-crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material from this size to this size. This wheel in the center is going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. So let's wake up the computer. You are Secret Agent 1848. 1848. And these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high-index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm only going to put a safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. You press that on there firmly. Place the magnet into the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it chuck. Hit the green arrow, which is start. Oh! It said denied. I had to do it twice. The noisy clamp shuts. The lens will be traced by 2 white styluses. Actually, it's the artist formerly known as the white styluses. You can see as it's tracing the shape of the right lens, and then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. Actually, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's do something different. I'm going to cut this on the manual cycle. No automatic. I'm doing it manually. I'm going to let it trace. I'm going to move the bevel, because usually the second time around it's calculating where to place the bevel. I'm going to manually override the computer and tell it where to place the bevel this time. Why? Because I can. So what I'm going to do is, just because the larger the lens, I actually want to move the bevel forwards, which is going to make the lens sit further back. The bevel is going to be on the front edge. Usually it's in the 50% mark. If I were to put it on the back, it would push the lens forward. I'm going to put it on the front of the lens, forcing the lens backward for a better fit into the frame. So I'm going to pick the first part, and I'm going to drop this. Now it's going to cut at 1.20 all the way around the front curvature. Don't worry about this number. That's the back size. This is your lens. If they could butterfly your lens out, this is where it would be. This is the center. But I want to do about, I'm going to tap the minus button until we get to 1 millimeter front bevel. So, what am I doing with that left lens? Let's do this one. Hit the start button. The cutting wheel starts up. The lens is going to drop down onto the cutting wheel. Water will begin spraying in the back of the machine. It's there to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lens is cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens for the cutting cycle, whereas plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet. Now, water will spray onto the lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form around the edge of the lens. Now, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses. I don't believe you heard me. You didn't hear me that time? Unbreakable material with 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you now have permanent sunscreen, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now, the reason why I highlight the lenses is so you can, there's 2 ways you can write a prescription. And plus cylinder, which is the old-fashioned way. Believe it or not, your astigmatism correction used to be on the front of the lens. You see how this lens is curved? The second curvature is on the back. That's why it is bowl-shaped. They used to be on the front of the lens. That was weird. And then someone said, hey, wouldn't it be much better if we put it on the back? There'd be less distortion. So that's why there's a minus sign here. But I highlight your prescription. Also, these are the Essilor brand of polycarbonate lenses. Essilor calls polycarbonate airwear because they feel it's as light as air. The AS stands for aspheric. Hang on, one of my best friends is calling. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Bedry, you're on the air. I'm doing a video. How are you? I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. Hang on for a second. Don't say anything embarrassing about me. I know you've known me since I was 15. What's up? You want me to call you back after the video, or you got a second to chat?
I have a second. I need another eyeglass case from your excellent store that provided my last case. That was great.
Another eyeglass case? That sounds like an emergency. That sounds like a job for the guy with 2 thumbs and the bad jokes. All right, I'll do it. So, okay, all right, buddy. But look, let me give you a call when I'm done with this. Maybe we can get up this weekend and I'll get it to you.
Great. I'm off tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, I'll come by the store.
All right, come by, see me tomorrow.
Great.
All right, talk to you then. All right, see you, old friend. Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay. My old best friend from high school. I am 52 years old and I'm still in touch with all my old friends. Isn't that great? So, but the reason why I highlight this is that, again, AS stands for aspheric, which simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is round in every dimension and gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. These are aspheric, so essentially, yeah, I'm gonna need to take it down a little bit more. Let's take it down. Press that back on there firmly. Put it back in the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. Hit retouch, and it's not going to the cutting wheel. It's going to go to the bevel wheel to take a little bit more off. But aspheric is simply a flatter curvature lens to fit in today's flatter curvature frames. It gives you a wider field of view and is a premium product. I can get this in spherical, but I pay a little bit extra because I want you to look as well and see as well as possible. And of course, this is the Crizal Avance UV35, as they call it. And you're going to get all the manufacturer's original packaging to know that you're getting the real deal. So, and since everyone needs an eyeglass case now, you're going to be getting the RayBan eyeglass case, eyeglass cleaning cloth, and the case with all the barcodes on there. And I'll even put this on the temple when I ship. How about that? So out comes a lever. At the end of that lever is a spinning disc. It's a very fine grit sandpaper to apply the safety bevel to the rear of the lens. The reason why I put that on there is that as you saw me before, I was trying to push this into the frame, and if the lens were a little bit large, it would rub against the frame right there, and I want it to be nice and smooth if I'm applying any force. I do not want to mar or blemish your frame. That's right, it is your frame. You've paid for it already. It's not my frame. I ordered it. It's your frame. I'm making your lenses. I'm cleaning off your sawdust and dropping it on the floor. For those of you keeping score at home, optical sawdust is called Schwarf. May the Schwarf be with you, except it's not. I'm cleaning it off your lens. Oop, I see a little more on the back surface. You can't hide from me. Why me? Why me? It was your time. Why, yes, I do like caffeinated coffee. Why do you ask? Okay, tuck it in at the outside corner. Apply force to that part of the bridge. And it snaps right in with no blemishes. So we're going to take the left lens, flip that over to L. Yeah, we'll keep it the same. We'll see. Let's go ahead and take it down 1/20th of a millimeter. Now again, we're going to put it in. The magnet's going to go into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, the Chuckarama, or tonight it is being called the Kevin. Which, by the way, great name from Spaceballs. Anyone, not Spaceballs. Listen to me, Time Bandits. Time Bandits. Where did I come up with Spaceballs? Oh, may the Schwarf be with you. But yeah, great movie, Time Bandits. I recommend everyone go out and watch it. The gods have given you a name. What is it? It's Kevin. Don't touch it. It's evil. Okay, maybe you guys will like that. Oh, it's waiting on me. Yes, the first 1 millimeter of the lens. So it is moved back in there, so for a better fit. So let's take this block off, pull the sticker away. First use my hand-approved drying method, then use my back of the hand drying method to finish it off. Throw it back in there. Add to my sticker collection. Look at this. Look at this. Look, that's bubbling over, so I'm thinking I'm going to apply it there and press down. Let's roll it. Let's pretend like I don't have more important work to do and just play. It's great being your own boss. Okay, so we're going to come down here to the lensometer, spin the axis wheel back to 175, which is exactly halfway between 170 and 0. Why 0? Yeah, we'll get to that later. Put it in just above that black dot. And when I read the first power, I'm getting -1 1/4, going away from 1 towards 2. We're at 1 1/4. Why? Because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starting at 0 and going up in 0.25, or as I like to say, quarter increments. So you have 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, 1 1/4. You're on the 5th rung of a ladder. You are nearsighted. With your glasses off, you see everything very large. So that's why there's a minus sign. Your lenses are the opposite of a magnifying glass. Your lenses minify to make everything the correct size. Now, once it's the correct size, you have an additional 6 steps, 1.5 diopters of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike with the letters P and F. It is a second curve on your eye. You have a 1 1/4 curvature on the spherical. 90 degrees away, you have an even steeper curve. And it's how you line up those two curves to make everything nice and crisp. And then that's at the 175 meridian. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. You are 5 degrees away from the 180 line here. So we're going to check that second curvature. What I'm going from, I don't know if you can see that, I have 3 skinny lines. And when I get your astigmatism correction, hopefully you see 3 thick lines there. I can't tell what you guys are seeing, but that's what's there. Let me see if that is correct. Yep, 3 thick lines, and we're at -275, 1 tick mark away from 3 in the red. The minuses are in the red, the plus powers are in the black. How do we get to 275? Remember high school algebra where you add 2 like signs together? Yeah, no, that's horrifying. Nobody remembers high school algebra. Let's use today's terms. If someone borrowed $1.25 from you, then they wanted borrowed another $1.50, they would owe you $2.75. $2.75 in the red. Now your left eye, you only need 4 steps of far-sighted correction, but you still have the same amount of astigmatic correction. But we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 5. What is unique is you think 175 and 5 are very far apart from each other. They are not. Your left eye, you're 5 degrees away from the 180 line. Your right eye, you're 5 degrees away from the 180 line. They're on opposite sides from each other, but they're still 5 degrees away from 180. So that's pretty cool. Not to you, not to anyone else watching, but to me. I always like to see how prescriptions add up. Or subtract up. I subtracted and cracked myself up. I don't need any of y'all. I can just play with myself. No, wait, listen to my words. Alright, so run my thumbnail around the edge of the lens. I didn't have any brothers and sisters. In fact, I was so poor growing up that there weren't any generals in my toy soldier collection. I had to play with my privates. And that's why I wear glasses now. So, don't worry, I've washed my hands. Alright, let's keep this. My wife does not like it when I joke around with this stuff. Stay professional, she said. Stay professional. I'm getting paid to do this. That makes me professional, right? Right? Okay, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So, I have the side I'm working on closest to me. I'm not trying to reach across the frame. And in years from now, Kevin, should you need, the Lords have called you Kevin. You turn the frame around. You're going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner. Press down with your thumbs. It snaps right in. Now, if you were to take it out, you turn the frame upside down. Place your thumb against your nose at the idea of changing your lenses. With your thumb at the nose, and of course you can grab the other side. With your other thumb, press down, and I use my finger to give the little torque on the frame and just press down. Out comes the lens. Now to put it in, turn it right side back up. Tuck the lens in at the outside corner. Again, with the thumb at the nose, press down with the nose. The reason why I press down the nose, that's the thickest part of the frame. I always want to apply force at the thickest point. Some people like to put it in there and then press down here. And you can do that if you're below the equator. It's called the Cornelius effect. Or as I like to call it, the corny joke effect. You always do things opposite below the equator. So, oh, by the way, everyone thought that your toilet flushes differently below the equator, goes down the opposite direction. That is not true. I've been told the manufacturers down there, the water that comes out, they have the jet coming out on one side above the equator and on the opposite side down there. So it's really just the way the water squirts out from the back that forces it to spin one way. Wouldn't it be great if there was some great conspiracy? Now in Area 51, which is very popular in the news today, and I don't know why, but in Area 51, when you flush, the water comes straight out of the toilet and just goes right into space. No one has yet to be able to figure that one out. Or figure me out. So I'm going to turn the axis wheel to 5 $5 foot long. I watch too much TV. Put it in over that black dot. Read the power on the 3 skinny lines, and I'm getting -1. -1. You are going to have, if all goes well, we're going to end up at -250 when we check your astigmatism correction. -250, exactly halfway between 2 and 3. Now, 90% of the people on the planet have astigmatism. Very few people only have a spherical correction. One way you can tell if you're ever going to have, if you're not wearing glasses now and you're watching this, why? That's all I have to say. But no, if you are watching this and you wonder if you're ever going to have astigmatism, there's ways you can tell. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Is it dark? Then in that case, at some point in your life, you're going to have to wear glasses. Another way to tell, are you hungry right before you eat? Then there's another good chance that you're going to need glasses. Another way, are you sleepy when you wake up? These are all telltale signs of whether you're going to need glasses. Hello, is this on? Are you guys listening? This is my own little podcast. So, where's I at? Okay, yeah, I got it. So this is the point. Oh, wait. PD 68. Flip the card around. Place the PD stick against my pen, out of my pocket next to my pen. Goes from inches on one side to millimeters on the other. Put it against your right lens. And then we hold it up to the left lens. We're getting 68 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Check the optical center height of 25. So we're going to measure to the bottom middle of the frame, not the bottom of the lens. But remember, there's a bevel in there, so which goes to the halfway down, and we're at 25 millimeters. 25 millimeters. Man, the guy with the bad jokes is good. So this is the point in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different. And I'll show you in just a moment. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get them in standard alignment first, also known as the 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. Let me finish cleaning my fingerprints off. These higher end anti-glare coatings have a powdery coat on there. I just want to make sure I get it all off. It's easy from the center, but around the edges, that is the challenge. So, but I'll make sure it's all cleaned off before I mail them to you. Now, one thing else I want to mention is that with most online purchases, for the longest time, you did not have to pay any tax. Now you do. Having said that, I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. There is no tax on eyeglasses in North Carolina. So again, this purchase, the frame is $150. How much for your lenses? Free. Wow, Kevin, you drive a hard bargain. How did you talk me into doing your lenses for free? Oh yeah, that's right. This is freeprescriptionlenses.com. You buy any frame from me and you'll get free prescription lenses. You paid the upgrade to the Crizal Avance for $99.99, so making that a total of $249.99. If you were to buy these from someone else online who manages to do them as inexpensively as I am, and as comically and as accurately and as any other Lees you can figure out, and as Stan Lee and as Bruce Lee, so $249.99. The state sales tax in North Carolina is 7.5%. So you would have paid another $18.75. You don't have to pay that from me. Now let's get this in standard alignment. Oh yeah. So 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I need more coffee. Press down. There is no wobble. Now when I take off my RayBan 2132 new Wayfarers, this is size 58. I'm wearing size 52. There is a size 55 in the middle. I use this one as a template to cut lenses when people need lenses only, and I keep that hanging there. If someone needs a 52, I just use mine as a template. But I'm wearing color 6053, the blue crystal, because it goes with my blue crystal. Now, I am part of that 80%. When I take mine off and press down on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. They flip that, put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip that over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. That neither temple is a skew or is a jar. Now they are ajar, now they're closed. Now they're ajar, not askew, now ajar. Oh, I tell you what, when the clown gets to laugh at work, it's a good day at the job. So, but if you've liked what you've seen, or if you've hated it and you like abuse, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got plenty more abuse coming. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses, because Twitter did not allow me to use such a long username. If you have any questions, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com, or simply click the Contact Me button on the website. That's what it's there for. The frequently asked questions, click on that. You got nothing. I really need to go and put something there. Click on it, click on it. You don't believe me? Click on it, see if there's anything there. There really is. No, there's not. Yes, there is. Click on it. No, don't click on it. Yes, click on it. No, okay. Or you can leave a question or comment in the comment section below. One of the questions I get is, how much damn coffee do you drink in the course of a day? My question is, how much can I drink? So many hours, so much coffee. So that's it. Thank you for the purchase of Kevin. By the way, I want to announce again, everyone out there, go and listen to the Dorkening podcast. Puts on a great show, and of course you can also find them at thedorkening.com. That is DORKENING.com blank 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 blank. Make sure you put a www at the beginning of that. But Kevin of Leicester, Leicester, Okay, Leicester, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for the purchase of the RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer in the color 622, the matte black rubber, and the 58 eye size. Again, this frame comes in a 52 that I'm wearing, 55 that is on the wall, and the 58. And hopefully with the Essilor Crizal Avance lenses, and hopefully now everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.